Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder of AutoGrow.co, and I'm joined by Alex. Alex, who are you? What do you do
Hello,
for AutoGrow?
I am Alex. I'm the copywriter for AutoGrow, and I'm here to ask Matt some questions about sales funnels for info products and online courses.
Sounds good. All right, fire away. And we got some diagrams to walk through as well. We're going to be very actionable, giving you guys a full walkthrough of different couple of different options that you have here, and giving you like a high level strategic view so that you know at a high level as well as at a tactical level how to structure your funnel and what the template, what the funnel diagram should look like.
Yeah, so I guess the first question I had was what's unique about sales funnels for info products compared to other sales funnels that we built?
Well, sales funnels for info products are different because um, the way that you sell it is you're selling that the sale is happening online and it's a lower ticket item. So unlike for services where it's often you're selling higher ticket items, that are usually over $1,000 in terms of whatever service you're offering, and will often require you to get on the phone. When you're selling online courses and info products, won't come as any revelation to anyone who has a business in this space. Uh, Fundamentally, people, because of the price point largely, and because of the fact that it is a product, you can quite easily sell it on the website, on your landing pages, within your funnel, without having to get on the phone with people. And this is a big part of why this business model is attractive to a lot of people, because if you can design a sales funnel that actually converts, well, then the whole sales process is dependent on, well, how much traffic can you buy to actually stuff into the funnel, which percentage of which will actually convert into customers, completely independent of you doing anything other than injecting money to create content or uh, ads to acquire traffic. Now, that's the dream, that's the promise, but obviously the devil is in the details. Does that answer your question, Alex? About
Yeah. So I guess you kind of answered this for the last one, but just maybe talk about like the difference of audiences for this type of product compared to other industries. I guess you mentioned that it's a lower price point, but maybe some other differences besides that.
lower price point. Um, Oftentimes, you'll break up your products, or if you have multiple products, you'll have multiple offers that are occurring. Um, and you just have to be, especially now because competition has only increased. I mean, back in kind of the late 90s, early 2000s, if you were just selling an ebook that was $20 a pop, or even $99, even in the early 2010s, it really wasn't that difficult to get people to trust you enough to buy. But now competition has increased, so therefore the bar is progressively higher and higher. Your design needs to be better, your copy needs to be better, and you just need to try to personalize the experience and meet customers based on where they're at with you, and based on what level of trust that they have in you, and channel their desire to solve the problem that your info product online course can solve for them into an actual buying decision. So that buying decision again happens online, and the price point is usually, not always, less than more of a high ticket type of service where it's $1,000 plus.
All right, perfect. Well, do you think that maybe we should walk through some of the funnels that we've built, and then maybe talk about some of the lessons that we've learned?
Yeah, so what I want to walk through today is, first, this funnel that you see in front of you, we call it the inbound actually gets results info product sales funnel. This is one of the 27, 28 funnels that we have in the sales funnel diagram pack. It's one of our info products actually at AutoGrow. So everything that we teach you, we actually do. So we have hands-on experience from doing it, from selling it. We've generated well over 6 figures in revenue from our own info product sales. So we know a thing or two about this. We've also generated millions of dollars for our clients And we've sold not just info products for ourselves, for clients, but services as well. AutoGrow itself offers a done-for-you high-ticket service where clients pay a monthly fee, and we actually create and optimize their sales funnel. So it's a little meta, but we're creating our own sales funnel, optimizing that to sell our own products and services, while at the same time learning and applying what we learn and what we know to our clients' funnels at the same time. So we have a bit of experience over the last 10 years that we've been in business. So that being said, this is what I recommend that you want to aspire your funnel to be like. And I use those words specifically because in practice, this can be a lot to build. You know, I mean, let's say you don't already have a tripwire, which is just a low cost introductory product offer, something anywhere between $1 to $50 typically, that is designed to be cheap, so relatively very low financial risk, but at the same time, it's an opportunity to associate and build further trust with your prospective customer. That, okay, if I pay, you know, say that, you know, I don't know, I'm looking at a painting in my kitchen. Say that you have an online course that teaches amateur painters how to become professional painters, and your business is called John Q Paints. Okay, so let's say that you have some sort of 2-hour video that is an introductory video class. You know, one of 20 different lessons that you have as part of your core offer. So that would be perhaps your tripwire, and you would charge maybe 10 or 20 bucks for access to it. Usually something like $19 a prime number or $7 will often convert better. Research has shown, and our testing has also shown. And so anyway, you're going to have, you could have offers like that baked into it, but if you're starting from scratch, to get back to my point, it can be a lot of work. It can be a lot of work. So that's why this is what you want to aspire for it to be. I think that a better place to actually start would be how we started our clients, one of our clients' sales funnels that was actually very successful for us back in 2017. So this was a company that, let me actually delete this step. This is not necessary. You can tell that we've learned a bit and improved all of our formatting and stuff since we actually created this funnel here. Move that up. Okay, boom. So a successful funnel is more about the execution and the iterative process and letting the data tell you what's working and where the bottlenecks will be. So I think the least risky funnel is the simplest one to start, because I'm not able to consult with you like back and forth right now. But if I was, some of the most fundamental questions that I would ask you for, say, John Q Paints or whatever online course or info product it is that you are selling, I would say, okay, have you validated the market? Because this is very, very important. You know, if there's not strong desire and need and demand for your product, that's going to have a big impact on your overall conversion rate within your funnel, as far as people start getting your funnel just pay for itself. So based on the level of demand, you know, you really should be doing something to validate your product without investing a lot of money first, before you even build a funnel. But when you do start, once you've validated that there is a market, well, okay, you want to keep your funnel simple, because you could spend, Alex, as I was telling you, you could easily spend 5-6 months just building all this, even longer, getting it perfect. And I've seen this is a very common trap that a lot of entrepreneurs can fall into. You know, they can just spend a ton of time, try to get it perfect, never end up launching. Or even if they do, they launch and it's like, people are opting into my lead magnet, but then they get stuck here. They get stuck at the thank you confirmation page. Like, damn it, like I failed, I did something wrong, and you give up, or you're just not sure what to do after that point. So simpler is better, because the sooner that you can get to launch, the faster that you can start to learn, and that progress itself becomes encouraging. So this is the template that can work really well for you, that you can build towards. But for starting, start with something like this, for example. And actually, I had Twitter would probably be less recommended as a traffic source in terms of quality. So anyway, let's see. This would be the lead magnet landing page. Okay. So initially, you're bringing people who don't know you. Let me just kind of move to this side because the sun is like invading my space right now. You bring people to your website through ads. So you put something in front of them, you get in front of them, and that targeting, that's really the first and most important step. You want to make sure that you're getting in front of the right people, okay, the right people. And you want to be as specific in your niche as possible. You should be able to describe your business and what it is you do in one simple sentence. We do X for Y without Z. Okay, in other words, we do, let's see, let me use an example from AutoGrow. So we create sales funnels for coaches. It's one of the most popular niches that we are in, coaches and consultants, without requiring them to do any of the work themselves. Okay, so there you go. We do X for Y, your target niche, without Z. So you can describe your business model, your target market that's specific. That's a great start. And you want to make the ads that specific too. Okay, your ads should be calling out and saying, you know, for example, in one of the ads that we just put together for our one of our clients, one of our case studies too, Anthony Trucks, and his brand, we literally said entrepreneurs : and in another ad version that we're A/B testing against that, business owners : It's not very specific, but Anthony's coaching business has wide and mass market appeal. So you be as specific as you can in order to manufacture traffic that's going to be higher quality. Alex, any questions before I keep going? Because otherwise I'll just keep going.
Nope. I think you sound great.
Okay. So you create your ad. You want to create, what we do here at AutoGrow, we create at least 4 image versions, and I think 4 versions of the copy. And then we let Facebook A/B test the different combinations of those. So it's like 4x4. I think that's like 16 possible combinations in terms of 4 images and 4 copywriting changes, like, you know, the description above the image and all that stuff on Facebook, for example, Facebook ads, let's say. And so we let their algorithm determine and get in front of whoever is most likely to convert based on certain criteria that we set. So you can do like a lookalike audience if you have at least an email list of 300 people, or you can do it based on certain demographic criteria, pages that they've liked, similar targeting, but actually more specific professional targeting criteria is associated with LinkedIn ads. So LinkedIn will cost you typically a premium for that privilege of targeting their more B2B type of audience. So be prepared to spend 2 to 3 times more. But what's really cool about Facebook by comparison is I think that they have more users, more data points, and their algorithm is just able to learn and get in front of people who, based on their behavior online and on their website, they can just say, okay, like this person clicked on AutoGrow's ad, you know, for their done for you service, but this person also looks a lot like, just in terms of demographics, in terms of maybe location, past behaviors, purchase patterns, all the data that they have. We're going to target these people who are like this person who clicked over here and get them to come over here. So Facebook is really, really smart like that. But I believe LinkedIn's tools are catching up if they haven't already. Google AdWords is very different because you have to do a lot of research to find specific keywords. And the benefit to that is there's a specific intention. There's a specific intention. And it's not just based on demographics. You know, it's based on what someone is asking Google for. Oh, I need information about, I want to learn how to paint, for example, okay, for John Q's paint course. So you get in front of people, you have a very specific message to them, but very, very important is that the copy and the image that you put out there and if you're running Facebook ads, for example, or LinkedIn ads, that copy should be very closely aligned with the copy that is on your lead magnet landing page. So this is what we call alignment, okay, alignment. So alignment is critical because two ways. Number one, you're setting the expectation here. Oh, like you want to learn about how to, a course, you want to learn, maybe not a course, because you'll talk more about the course as you get further down in the funnel. But maybe it's, your checklist for going from amateur painter to pro painter, because checklists we found convert very, very well. So then on this landing page, it should say something more or less the same. Oh, like here's our 11-point professional amateur to pro checklist for aspiring professional painters. Obviously, you want to wordsmith it better than that, but you get my point. Because if you are advertising here something like, even if your intentions are fantastic, you're selling people on the end benefits, like don't you want to, I don't know, Alex, what's an example? Like, don't you want to be rich as a painter? And that could be, sure, that's maybe ultimately what you want to help people to do, is to improve their careers as painters. But people get here and they're saying, like, why the hell are you offering me a checklist? Like, I want you to make me rich. So this is the idea of alignment. You're setting the expectation. Also think of alignment not just in terms of setting expectations, but also think of it in terms of aligning with the person's preferences internally. What do they want? Because if they're clicking, like they probably want exactly whatever you have offered to them here. But if the expectation here is different, or what you're showing them is different, again, it's a mismatch. So expectations as well as internal alignment. What are they desiring? Saving time, making more money, whatever it is, okay? But here, the goal is to get their contact information, saying PDF, downloadable thing, lead magnet, opt-in, some contact information. Okay, great. And then you move them along to the next step. Okay, so you show them two-step opt-in box, you move them to the congrats page. And Alex, I'll pause here just for a minute in case you have a question as advocate for the watcher of these videos.
No, not so far. I was just going to ask about the videos coming up. Like, does that work better for the info product audience than maybe for other audiences? But you're about to get to that, so I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Sorry.
No, I want to understand.
I'm just so excited about info products. So
yeah, I just want to understand your question in terms of the videos.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that different audiences might benefit more from different, I guess, marketing techniques that we use. So I was thinking that maybe audiences that need like more of a connection with the product creator, or maybe need like a little bit more nurturing, they might be more receptive to a video than somebody who's just looking to buy like a $2, I don't know, fan for their desk. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah, so if you are selling iPhone cases, $2 fans, this is not the funnel for you. This funnel is specifically for selling online courses and info products. And to your question, Alex, in terms of video and just humanizing the page, especially for online courses, if you are selling as some sort of anonymous brand, where you're not putting your face or the face of one of your top team members on the lead magnet landing page, regardless of what we've been selling. I mean, we've sold all kinds of products, but we found that putting the faces of the founders, the executives, the business owners, even if it's not front and center on the lead magnet landing page, putting it perhaps further down, it humanizes the page. People hate stock photos or anything that smacks of commercialism. With one of our info products called the Proven Sales Conversion Pack, we have like a database of just awesome case studies about conversion optimization. There's a pattern that you'll recognize if you look at a bunch of those case studies that show exactly what I'm saying, which is that people prefer non-stock photos and prefer just authentic images of people. So that being said, you want to use authentic images and you humanize this page as much as possible. Because if it's just like some anonymous brand, it's, e-products worldwide, get rich quick, incorporated. No one cares. Like people won't trust you. They want to know that they don't know you, and they need to in order to trust you. And that's also where the congrats and video transition page comes in down here. And again, we're trying to keep everything simple. All right. So we are bringing people just straight down the funnel towards making a purchase decision at this point. And it can be for your core offer. It can be for something that's a bit lower ticket, like a $50, $97 offer. If you have a tripwire, excellent. That's great. But you might want to start with something maybe in the range of $97. We've actually seen a lot of luck with. So anyway, humanize this page, and then further humanize your brand by being on video. This can be you on video saying hello. They see your face. They simple background, and you're talking. But it can also be you doing that and having some sort of PowerPoint. But as long as they can see you somehow in the video, and it sounds like you're talking like a human being, you're not so scripted, you're not robotic reading the script. You're a human being, and people just connect with that. Okay. Plus, it's sort of like a pattern interrupt, because there are so many funnels out there and so many competitors who are unwilling to get on camera. But in the online courses and info product space, it's even more important, because that's a big part. That's a big differentiator if you can sell your personal brand as part of selling the product. A lot of founders aren't willing to do that. So that being said, this page is specifically called or positioned as a congrats page, not as a thank you page, because you have just given them value in the form of a lead magnet. Okay, so you've given value. So you're congratulating them because you want to affirm their decision. Okay, so that is strategic in and of itself. Okay, and you'd have a video transition right there. And the whole point of the video transition is, yes, you're getting on video, maybe with a PowerPoint, you're talking, you're not scripted, you're not robotic, but you're going to start from the point and the context of, this person just downloaded my lead magnet. So maybe you want to just give like a video tour, or you want to position it as like, hey, by the way, you just downloaded this. Like I'm gonna run through the checklist right now, and I'm gonna walk you through it, because putting even if it's the same information, more or less, like say it's 11-point checklist, and you say, okay, like, so here's the whole checklist. It's in your inbox, but I just want to point out to you 2 of my top favorite things on this checklist, because I think they're the most powerful things, and they're what people get wrong or forget the most, or whatever it is. Okay. So you give some more value in the form of it's almost like a mini quick start class, or even if it's just 2 minutes. Okay. Just giving more value. Then you transition to, an initial offer. For example, whether it's the tripwire, or sort of a middle of the middle priced product, like $97. You want to talk about that. Okay. And you want to say, by the way, you can, this checklist is awesome. And if you follow it, you're going to get results. But if you want to accelerate your success as a painter, then I highly recommend you take my crash course. It's normally $197, but today, as a new subscriber to my email list, I'm going to give you 50% off. 50% converts better also in general. It's been A/B tested, because it makes you seem not cheap. It's substantial. It's not like, oh, like 10% off, like $10. Like, yeah, no. If it's $200, 50% off, $97. It's a great offer. And it's only 2 digits. It's a few dollars below the 3-digit mark. But that's also part of the persuasion. So you talk briefly about the benefits of it, and you want to point down, learn more, or proceed to checkout by clicking the button below. Okay. So what we have seen, though, for many of our clients, is that sometimes having less steps in the funnel, and again, this can help with you just simplifying things, having less pages to manage to start, you may actually want to combine the sales page with this congrats video transition page. So again, you have the headline at the top, congrats, everything is on its way to your inbox. In the meantime, just check out this quick, case study video from our founder who's going to tell you more about the checklist and his top 2 favorite points or whatever. Keep it short, keep it simple. You give value, you transition to the offer, you point down, scarcity. Okay, you can only get this 50% off today as part of this new subscriber special. And people can scroll down further on the page if the sales page is one and the same to learn more. So that's why you want to probably combine them. I would recommend to start. Because if you require people to take another action, even if it's just clicking a button to get to a separate sales page, yeah, I mean, there are some strategic benefits to it, like, retargeting. If you retarget someone, bring them back to a congrats page, it might be a little like, oh, like, why does it say congrats if I didn't already just opt in? It's, so there's some benefits to doing it that way. But in either case, I recommend combining the two to start, because some people like to watch for an offer and decide off of that. Other people like to read, skim and scan, and other people like to do a combination of both. All right. So I recommend you combine these two and then lead directly into a checkout page. And if you're offering a tripwire, you want to look for a conversion rate that's between 5 to 7% of people who arrive on this page, or rather on the sales page, who actually will buy. That's typical for a tripwire. And if you're offering something that's a little bit pricier, well, then it's going to be in the 1 to 2% range pretty easily, especially considering that people are brand new subscribers to your email list. To wrap up, the way that you boost your conversion rate and tighten things up is you have these follow-up email sequences. Okay, so we're targeting ads to bring people back if they leave the lead magnet landing page, bring them back to that step where they last left off. If you're combining these two steps, the retargeting ads would bring them back to the sales page and or the congrats transition page, however you want to divide that up. Email follow-up as well to further nurture, educate, give value, remind people to consume your lead magnet. Simply by getting more people to click to consume your lead magnet, that's often a very overlooked opportunity in a lot of funnels. Because if you have 100 people subscribe, 25 people are actually going to check their email to download it. If you just double that number from 25 people to 50 people, likely you could double the conversion rate at the bottom of your funnel in terms of people actually buying your initial offer. Okay, because of the principle of reciprocity. And further, I have this step. You could kind of extend this or even just delete this, but that is your most basic kind of starter funnel, because as you see progress, you're going to feel encouraged. Okay, you're going to want to add more onto it and build towards something like exactly what we have here with multiple offers, upsells. You drop people into your core offer landing page, which could be something worth $9.97, for instance. So it's a higher ticket, higher price point. But at this point, people already they perhaps know more about you. They've been more indoctrinated. Some marketers use that word. The most important thing, though, is to know, like, and trust. Don't try to manipulate people. In fact, I would actually tweak this to say, 3 emails using our vacuum formula up here, value, authority, call to action. So value, hey, check out that checklist again. Authority, tell some stories. Talk about your experience or experience of past customers or students that have enrolled in your course. And call to action, that's your hard sell. Okay, that's where you're like, it's urgency, expiring soon. This is the last time I'm going to email you about this. And you bring them to here and convert them. And then you can obviously upsell them as well. But then you want to leave more space of time before making upselling them later on your core offer, which is going to be something higher priced. Okay, so it's a lot of information. I think it's all pretty useful, pretty actionable stuff. But Alex, any other questions or stuff that I should go over?
I think you've hit every point that I was wondering about.
Okay.
But no, it's great. And this is something that anyone who has an info product or an online course can use and put into motion today. So I think it's great.
Yep. And just to drill this point home, for those of you watching who are going to use this and take action on it, and I encourage you to, take this template that I'm giving you and do implement it because it works. Again, the reason why I recommend aspire to this, but start with this, is because it's simpler. You can launch sooner. And when you launch, you'll be able to identify where a bottleneck is occurring. So this is where you kind of have to put your funnel strategist hat on. And this is a big part of what AutoGrow can do for you. So if you want to just do it all for you, so you can save yourself time. A lot of our clients come to us and they say, oh, they started to do it, but honestly, they're busy business owners. They want the help of a team of professionals. So that's where we come in, and we can get started working with you for less than like $30 a day. That's like less than the cost of groceries for a small family. And we can build your sales funnel, which is going to be an asset to grow your business, saving you just a ton of time and help you maintain it and do any other digital marketing tasks that you might have for us. So it's a huge time saver, and we are very experienced in this process of launching, iterating, learning. So we'll diagnose funnel bottlenecks like after you would launch, say, okay, we think that we can get a better conversion rate here, more people clicking to download the lead magnet, more people getting to the sales page, whatever it might be, and then unclogging, opening up that bottleneck so more people get through and more people ultimately buy. So that's my pitch to you guys. How'd you like that transition? But yeah, check out AutoGrow. If you have the budget, if you're more of the do-it-yourself type, I encourage you to take action on this template. That's all I got, Alex. That's all I got.
I think that's all we need. I think it's perfect.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Check out autogrow.co to learn more about AutoGrow being your instant funnel marketing team on demand. Thank you very much.